Welcome to the Imperial Newsstand. I'm Alan Imperial. On today's show, I'm going to be talking about why the Senate voted down the $2 trillion coronavirus bill and what do I think about it. So, this is an article written by the Washington Post. Democrats again block key vote on $2 trillion coronavirus bill as Senate floor erupts with partisan anger. So, this is the second time this bill has been voted down. Once on Sunday and once again on Monday, as of this writing. It may have gotten voted down again today, but as of right now, looks like that has not happened. So, at face value, this seems like a really bad idea. Americans want money in their pockets because people are being laid off. That is the bottom line. Over 30 million people have been told nationwide to shelter in place, stay at home, or pause, depending on where you're from. This includes places like Chicago, LA, New York, San Francisco. So people are worried. They're thinking to themselves, how are we going to pay the bills? How are we going to eat? How are we going to keep the lights on? As of right now, in some states, like in New York and New Jersey, you can't be evicted, you can't be foreclosed on for missing your rent payments, and you're not supposed to, and they're supposed to have a moratorium on mortgage payments. All good, but people want cash in hand, and that is what this coronavirus bill stimulus package was supposed to be about. It said, in a nutshell, because not all the details were hashed out for the last vote, is $1,200 would go to basically every American. If you were a family, you got $2,400, and if you had kids, each kid gave you an additional $500 to ride out this coronavirus uh, pandemic. Seems like a really good idea. Give people some cash so they can ride this out. Let's not talk about the specifics quite yet on if that's enough money. Let's talk about why the Democrats voted this down. So, the vote Monday was 49-46 uh, in favor of having this go through, and they needed 60 votes. They were 11 shy. So, this goes to show that there's not even overwhelming majority consensus. Well, that's kind of not true because there are people not going in to vote because of the coronavirus. But let's hear what Republicans have to say about the vote not going through. This has got to stop, and today is the day it has to stop. An exacerbated Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell said, "This country is out of time." McConnell accused Democrats of holding up the sorely needed rescue package so they can try to add extraneous provisions sought by special interests and organized labor. Now, what Senator Joe Manchin III said, which voted this down because there is a $500 billion loan program for businesses, states, and cities, and the Senate and makes the Senate look more focused on big corporations and the wealth of Wall Street than we are with the healthcare of the people in rural America and Main Street. This $500 billion program to me seems like a really bad idea. Yes, we want to have small businesses have abilities to have loans to ride this out. But do we want to give airlines and cruise lines billions of dollars in bailout money? That is why this bill was voted down. The Washington Post did a great job because they actually break down the numbers. The $500 billion in loan programs in the Senate bill includes $425 billion for companies, states, and cities, though it doesn't prescribe many terms to dictate how Treasury determines who receives the assistance. Another $50 billion would go to helping passenger airline companies, $8 billion for cargo air companies, and $17 billion to help firms deemed important for national security. Now there would be an additional 350 billion in loan guarantees for small businesses to help them avoid layoffs, and many of those loans could be forgiven if firms meet certain metrics. So, let's do some math. Let's say there's 350 million Americans, right? 350 Americans, and they all receive that cash. Million billion. That's $420 billion. And here they're looking to give 425 billion to companies, states and cities and another 50 billion to help big corporations. This is where the Democrats have a winning argument on voting this down. Maybe that $450 billion should be given to more people and less to companies. Again, we were told time and again to have a nest egg. So when things go bad, we have money squirreled away to ride out the storm. Why weren't big corporations saving things? What they were doing was doing stock buybacks. And any company that was doing stock buybacks, in my opinion, does not deserve 1 cent of the stimulus package. Now, what the Democrats have been proposing, which is a good thing, is giving that money to healthcare, giving that money to people in need. It looks like Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi actually has a pretty good idea on how we should spend this coronavirus package. What she is looking to do is to give individual Americans $1,500, which is a little more than the 12, good, put money into the healthcare system, unemployment insurance, and schools. And according to draft circulating Monday, require airlines and other companies to receive aid to pay a 15-hour minimum wage. I like these strings. Do I think that our lawmakers could work faster? Absolutely. But these are good strings. We should not be helping corporations during this time. We should be helping out the American people and the people keeping this country running. And those are truckers, healthcare workers, grocers, and pharmacists. Those people are right now keeping America open, and we should be doing everything in our power to make sure those businesses stay open. And we have to be helping out the rest of America who are told not to go outside. I hope within the coming days, our lawmakers come together and realize this is not a time to help out businesses. This is a time to help out Americans. I'm Alan Imperial, signing off.